SarahCarter.com. CNN updated by Jennifer Tier, May 7th, 2019. Updated, CNN buys out hundreds of employees. Brian Stelter insists, no, there's no layoffs. There's no layoffs. No one's being laid off. Your criminal organization, it's a fraud. And I always talk, whenever I talk to people about it, I said, isn't it amazing? The second you fly in this country, you step off an airplane, CNN, CNN, that's all they play at the airport. CNN. They probably have an exclusive agreement. As soon as you get off that plane, bang, get them. Propaganda, get them. And nobody's buying it anymore. We're done with the fake news. They're even putting out, again, they're putting up all the Democrats against Trump right now. The current polls are showing that there's 4, 5, and 6 point leads right now currently on the president, the Democrats, except for Pocahontas. She's not quite there, but all the other ones, Beto, what? You lied on the election day, fake news polls, didn't work. The midterms, you did it again. I live in Florida. I saw the Florida ones. DeSantis, no chance of winning. Gillum's going to get this. Rick Scott, he's not going to win the Senate. He's just massively behind. They both won. What your polls said they were massively behind. How'd you guys get it wrong twice now? What else can they do? It's the third time. Well, this is a blueprinted thing. Oh, election's coming up. We need our criminal friends to win. We just make up the polls. We don't make them up. We hire our third-party polling providers who we pay handsomely to only give us the data we want. And they provide it. And then we say, 60% of Democrats were polled, 40% of Republicans were polled, but somehow it's just a few point difference, right? So in other words, some of the Democrats have actually flipped and said, no, we're going to vote for Trump. But it's still, 53 to 47 Democrats are ahead, this Democratic candidate. Well, but you polled 60%. Shouldn't it be 60 to 40? Wow. But the point is, they're telling you this guy or girl's winning. And it's an effing lie. I said the other day to somebody I was talking to, I said, there could be 50, might be my mom, I said, there could be 50 Democrats in the whole United States of America. And they would poll those 50 Democrats against, a smaller number of Republicans and tell you, well, our polls are showing that, Hillary Clinton's going to win. Excuse me. Jay Snip, go ahead. There's only 50 Democrats in the entire United States. There's 300-something million of us here. I understand some are kids and whatever, but there's millions upon millions of voters that are not Democrats. How do your polls show that there's even a chance in hell our guy's not going to win? Like, how's that? We're polling the 50 Democrats. So those 50 people are going to vote Democrat. The other 99.99999% of America is going to vote Republican. But we don't want to tell you that. We want you to think this person's going to win. It's our job. Because it's a whole system. It's exactly what George Carlin, the comedian, had said. It's a big effing club, but you ain't in it. It is. And for that big effing club to continue prospering on the backs of all of us, while we struggle to pay our bills every single day, I got a car payment, I can't make the car payment, I got to move this money, that's the average American story. It's contingent that this system they have in place continues. Fake news CNN gets our piece of crap politician elected, whether that's a senator, House member, whatever, doesn't matter, judge, whatever, president, so that the club can continue on flourishing while everything else goes to shit. Oh, you lost your job? Sorry about your luck. Oh, you're only making $12 an hour? Sorry about your luck. Well, that's funny. James Comey, speaking of Comey in my last video, this guy's a multimillionaire. Big time. Worked for Lockheed Martin as a lawyer, back to the State Department, back to the FBI. This guy bounces around. He just seems to, we'll keep hiring him back. Yeah, no problem. This guy's got millions upon millions of dollars. He's an FBI. He was an FBI. How does that happen? The same way it happens when someone becomes a senator or whatever. They come in just like you or me, and then next thing you know, they're leaving 10, 15, $20 million net worth. Whoa, how did that happen? Well, special interest, slipped me a little campaign contribution. I changed a little law here and there for them. Kind of effed you guys in the A who voted for me, but the money's over here, and, I got to eat too, come on. That's their mentality. Anyways, CNN buys out hundreds. Brian Stelter insists, no layoff, or excuse me, Mark Dystall. No layoffs. There's no layoffs at CNN. CNN says roughly 100 employees have accepted voluntary buyouts a month after an overhaul by parent company AT&T. So AT&T is who bought Ted Turner's company? Brian Stelter also confirmed the rumor, trying to spin it as hundreds of staffers leaving CNN as voluntary buyouts. And if you don't take the buyout, well, you could get cut. That's how it works. Well, you can take the buyout now or risk losing your job if you're not one of the people that we decided, to keep. Oh. Voluntary. Kind of like it's a voluntary donation if you want to get the service done at this place over here of $100. But I thought donation is whatever I could come up with. Yeah, kind of. But we need a $100 donation for XYZ, right? It's the same thing. Except Brian Stelter is beside himself as his company fails. I would love nothing more. It would give me probably 4 to 5 years of extra life if that son of a gun gets cut. Brian, you didn't take the voluntary pay, severance pay, and you got cut. Now you get nothing. Ooh, sorry, Brian. Oh, thinking about how dumb he is. Na 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 na. He was spreading fake news with glee. Oh, thinking about how dumb he is. But CNN's ratings are over now. Nobody's coming back for more. Realist news is all that you need when you're sitting in bed at night. Or in the morning when I let the video go, when you're on your way to work. Brian Stelter tweet. There's a rumor making the rounds today about big impending layoffs at CNN. A CNN spokeswoman is knocking it down on the record. No layoffs. There were voluntary buyouts throughout the organization, and about 100 people opted for it. Yeah, we call that preparation H. Actually, we call that preparation GFTO. Get the F out of here. Okay? GTFOH. Pardon, preparation H is at the end. Note to editor. This morning, SarahCarter.com was contacted by CNN's Brian Stelter, who asked our editorial to update the story. This is what he said. Quote, Sarah, your blog post about me yesterday was factually incorrect. Will you be fixing it? Buyouts, a voluntary way to leave with a big payout. Layoffs, forced firings. It's strange that you pretended not to know the difference, says Brian. However, buyouts are a common method for reducing the number and cost of employees, Brian. Gotta love it. Sarah Carter, keep going, sister. Gotta love it. You just gotta love it. They're falling apart. Again, it's a fake news organization. They tried as much as they could to do what they've always done. There's no plan B. They have a blueprint. A, run the fake stories that we give you. B, fake polling data. C, tell a lie and just keep going with it until everyone believes you. And that's the way it's been for decades. And the average person who they want to capture will not research anything that they're showing on TV. I'm too busy. I got a lie. What was the news? Oh yeah. Oh, 5-car pileup on the interstate today. Oh yeah. Oh, Hillary Clinton's up today. Oh, she's got a 5-point lead on Trump. Oh, shoot. I was going to vote for Trump, but gosh, she's up 5 points already. We haven't even got started yet. Jeez, I don't even know if I'll vote. That's what they do. So when that's exposed and people don't fall for it anymore, what happens? You turn the effing TV off. Or the channel. I won't even watch it anymore. And that's the average person saying, you lied to us. You told us. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. You assured us there was collusion with the president and the Russians, and he obstructed justice with the FBI. He did that. He fired Comey. It was an obstruction of justice because he was being investigated. You said 100% certainty, 2 years going now, this is what's going to happen. And the Attorney General comes out. Not only was there no collusion, there was no obstruction either. And we don't look to indict or go after anyone else. The case is closed. And then what do we find out? Not James Comey, Mueller had all the data he ever needed and then sat on it for 18 months. Midterms are coming up. We don't want to get those Democrats not to get voted. And if this information comes out that the president's not going to be indicted, there's not going to be obstruction, there's not going to be anything, well, people may not vote for our Democrats. And we've got them by CNN's fake news. They think this is still coming. So we got to pretend it's still coming. So I'll pretend and spend $30 million of taxpayer money while, again, James Comey and those boys, and Mueller too, are multi-millionaires. What's $30 million in taxpayer dime? Who gives an F? It's not my money. Not coming out of my back pocket. Well, so what? And if I can further a political agenda, well, great, good job, good for me. Use taxpayer money to further my political agenda for my buddies over here. Which, again, is why Planned Parenthood, they get all these massive donations from the government, so to speak, and then turn right around and contribute some of that to campaigns. Democratic campaigns, of course. And during my travels recently, I've passed 2 Planned Parenthood buildings. And I didn't have a good feeling as I look over and saw that name up there. Selling baby parts and everything. I'm like, yeah, you little bastards. Unbelievable. So, anyways, there was an old country song. I think it was Black Hawk was the band. This is the 90s. It was called Goodbye Says It All. Goodbye says it all. And I think that song's appropriate right now for CNN. Goodbye says it all. I look forward to the days when CNN comes around and has to actually shut down. Could you imagine a time on this planet when CNN does not even exist? Do you really think that company could turn around and start reporting real news and dig itself out of the grave? I mean, it could attempt that, but then it would become like a news company. They'd have investigative journalists who do stuff. That's what all those talking heads from CNN and other stations. We didn't do investigation. We're just news reporters. We report on news. You've been telling us for 2 years the guy's going to be indicted. He's got an obstruction. Well, we don't investigate. I mean, we didn't investigate it. We just reported it. We're just reporters. Oh, but if someone feeds you information and says, no, that's false, what you're stating right now is false, patently false. Here, check this out. You won't even look at it. You won't even respond. Remember the Christmas Day bomber, underwear bomber from 2009 Christmas. Remember that guy? And the lawyer was on the plane, an American, and saw this fiasco. They wouldn't let the kid on the plane because he had no papers, no ticket, no nothing. Or maybe had a ticket, but he had nothing else to show. He says, I see a sharp-dressed man come out speaking English at this airport across, whatever country it was at the time, and pulls the kid inside because the ticket lady was like, I can't let you aboard. You have nothing that I need. I can't let you on. All of a sudden, he's brought back into a security room. Next thing you know, he's boarding the plane. Oh, hey, there's that guy. He thought, well, he must have got his papers figured out. And then he's trying to light his underwear. Again, it was nonsense because he was set up. The stuff would never have lit. It was a set-up event. FBI knew all about it. So this guy doesn't know this, who's on the plane thinking the plane's going to blow up. So he's trying to tell everybody what happened. No, that's not what happened. No. No, that they wouldn't let the kid on the plane, and then they let him on. No. Shh. Nope, can't say that. So he says, I'm going to call the news. He called CNN, ABC, MSN. He called them all. He's giving his testimony. I saw his video. I think he went on Alex Jones' show to talk about it. He says, I called them all. Everything you guys are being told is false. I was right there. I'm an eyewitness. I'm a lawyer. Listen, here's what happened. He said they won't even talk to me because it goes against the narrative. It goes against the fake news. And they know it. So, oh, we're just reporters. No, you're not. You're not even a reporter. Because you would have reported the other guy, in this case, from the 2009 thing. You would have reported his story. Well, we do have an eyewitness passenger, by the way. Instead of just hearing the FBI come out and give us this fraudulent story about what really happened, this guy says, no, there's a lot more to the story than what they're saying. And here's what I saw. The guy was right over here. There was another guy in front filming this guy. And he said, I thought that was strange because, new people get on a plane, they take their cameras out the windows, they look around, and that's about it. He said, but this guy in front, this person in front of me, I don't know if it was a guy or girl now, this person in front of me was fixated on constantly aiming back at that guy, the underwear bomber, videotaping this guy. Why was that not talked about? Who was that person? He says, then when we land, they keep us on the plane. If this guy's got a bomb on him, get us off of here. What the hell are you doing? No, everyone stay put. We're not letting you off yet. Again, they knew about it. That's why they weren't concerned about getting anybody off the plane. Because they knew there was no bomb going to go off. And none did. And because there wasn't one, basically. And anyways, his name was Kurt Haskell. That's his name. Look him up. Kurt Haskell. And you'll find he was so disgusted and fed up with this country, he moved his family after that incident out of the effing country and said, if that kind of fraud's happening to my people, myself, and I'm trying to voice my concerns here, get on the news, talk to the FBI, they won't even listen to me. Our own FBI are basically shooing me away. And the news. I'm out of here. And the guy quit his job, whatever, his law firm, and moved. And brought his family over there. I think it was a South American country, actually. And I can't blame him. But maybe he'll see what Trump's doing after some indictments start rolling. Comey, nailed. Brennan, nailed. Clapper, nailed. Next one. Maybe he'll say, you know what? Maybe I'll come back now. Oh, and by the way, here's my story. Let's see if I can get it on the air this time. You never know. Take care.